The following sports presentation is brought to you by the PCTV Network, powered by TELUS Vision, your hometown station. We're home for you.
It's Earth's Little Heaven, the PCTV Network. PCTV Network, your hometown station. We're home for you. That's our slogan, but I dare adjust. And it's the truth, and it fits best. The PCTV Network, your number one source for local sports. With your favorite hosts, Bernie, Dave, Al, and Scott. The PCTV Network, we're home for you. It's more than a slogan, it's all true. Local programming, stream 24/7, the PCTV Network. It's Earth's Little Heaven, the PCTV Network. Check out channels 22, 28, and 98. Tune in, it's sure to be great. The PCTVnetwork.com, The PCTVnetwork.com, The PCTVnetwork.com, Make sure you support PCTV Network, PCTVnetwork.com, your hometown station.
From Sanatoga Park, the PCTV Network proudly presents Bucksmont MSBL Adult League Baseball. It is Perkasie and Sanatoga. Hello, everybody. Al Ganoza and Rod Johnson right behind me there. We got some baseball this morning between Sanatoga, who is right now, Rod, they are hitting the ball and leading the league, against Perkasie Athletics. What can we expect today?
Well, I believe we just talked to one of the gentlemen from the Pottstown team, Sanatoga team, and they have 9 guys in the top 20 in batting. So we could see some fireworks today.
And if you look at the Perkasie A's, they're going to look a lot like the A's uniforms. They have some snazzy uniforms. They are still hoping, from what we were talking, they have a shot. They might still get in the playoffs at this point.
Yeah, they may, and depending on who pitches today, and I'm not going to throw the name out there yet, but we're thinking we may have a surprise pitcher for them, but we'll see.
Okay. It's not Mike Schmidt.
Right? No, he didn't ever pitch.
Okay, it's not Mike Schmidt. All right, we'll be back with the first pitch coming up right after this.
Looking for family-friendly, pet-friendly, waterproof floors? Carpet One has you covered. With a huge selection of waterproof flooring, including luxury vinyl, laminate, tile, and introducing Oath by Resista, the next generation of waterproof carpets. Soft, lush, and ultra tough. Spill, soil, and bleach resistant. With a 10-year no exclusions warranty. Carpet One Floor and Home, your choice for waterproof flooring.
Butter Valley Golf Course, conveniently located in the quiet rural setting of Valley, PA, just off Route 100. One of the nicest, most affordable 18-hole course in the region. With changing elevations, challenging greens, and scenic fairways, golfers of all ability levels are sure to enjoy their round. Butter Valley Golf Course is a great place to enjoy the game of golf with friends or family, young and old alike. Grab some buddies and grab a meal at the Runway Grill before or after your round. Butter Valley Golf Course.
For a strike. Lineup card has Bettinger leading off for Perkasie, plays right field.
Now that's an old-time bender right there.
Yeah. He's peppering the strike zone. We got some good bios too. That's a swing and a miss. That's 3 strikes, Ron, and that's a quick start.
Well, it is, and I've always contended that curveball is one of the more difficult pitches to hit. And when you throw it at the velocity that he is throwing it, you have to generate your own power.
Oh, yeah.
And he threw 3 that were just beautiful.
I guess that's a lot of the problem, too, with hitting the knuckleball. It doesn't come in there that fast, so it's hard to get some good distance when you get contact. This is Zayas, the center fielder.
Not a lot of wear and tear on that arm right now. No, he's not. He doesn't have that torque of a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. He's just spinning that thing up there for strikes.
He just hammering the strike zone. Trying to get we have some good bio on these players. Known as the Professor is Eric Walski, and the most popular adult we know. Wow, that says a lot. Maybe they don't. I don't know if they don't know that many, or it just maybe they do. I don't know. They didn't give us an indication of the sample size.
I'm actually a little nervous to see what his profession is. Most responsible adult we know.
Oh, the most responsible. What did I say? The most popular?
Yeah.
Man.
It's early.
Looks like it caught the outside corner. So one down. We have no score. Dodgers and the A's. That's a little bit high right there. And it's a base on balls. They start out with a 3-pitch strikeouts and then a walk.
Well, he didn't shy away from the curveball, but he didn't have as much command of it. You know, I didn't know if we were going to get this game in today. About 1 o'clock in the morning, it was blowing and raining sideways.
Yeah.
Knocked out the electric. I know our producer Gus Tellis had lost his electric and still wasn't up when he showed up today. Thought we could just plug into those towers up there and get some additional electric if we need it.
Or just stick the cord in the air. Suck the electricity right out of the air.
Man, those things are pretty close to us, aren't they, bud?
are. Good indication of where the wind is blowing, and that shouldn't be any factor with the baseball today.
You know, we talked to a couple guys before the game, and they said the infield's still a little wet and the outfield very soggy, but from our vantage point, it looks pretty good.
It does. Looks like he's going with exclusively breaking balls, doesn't it?
Yeah, if he finds that slot, you know, and keeps throwing that thing, he'll induce a few ground balls, I would think.
This is Markman, the shortstop, according to our lineup here. That's punched into right field. Fair ball. That's going to get down for a base hit. And Zayas is going to go to third base. It's going to be first and third with one out for the A's here in the top of the first.
Took that breaking ball, line drive to right field. There was a little hesitation on the runner going from first to third, but I think they know each other pretty well here, and I think they know when they can take the extra base, or at least take the chance of the extra base. We have first and third, one out.
And we have Mort, M-O-R-T, the third baseman, coming up. I'm just going to apologize in advance right now if I get these names incorrect. Which is one blanket disclaimer up front. We're going to get a stolen base here.
Were you looking for me to comment on that?
Yeah. No, that's okay.
So I was going to mention earlier that, you know, with him throwing, with Walski throwing so many breaking balls, for guys that can run a little bit, it should be a pretty easy deal to steal.
I was thinking that. Actually, no, I wasn't, but it sounded good when you said it. All of a sudden, it seems like he's lost contact with the strike zone. That one gets in there for a strike.
You know, the darn walks, the darn free bases. You know, free bases, walks, hit batter, pass ball, wild pitch.
No, so many.
You know, stolen base, all that kind of stuff. Man, it just comes back to bite you.
You know, what infuriates me, I think this was last week or 2 weeks ago when the Phillies came in, and every once in a while I go on FanDuel and I'll throw a couple dollars. Just two, seriously, just like 2 or 3, and I had a parlay. Phillies would have, if they would have won a 14 parlay, Hoffman comes in and Strom come in and they just start walking guys, and it ended up losing it for me. I was like, I hate that. The walks.
So I'm buying lunch today.
Yeah, you are.
Well, I've been really disappointed at times with the Phillies defense. But quite frankly, watching Major League Baseball, I've been concerned with a lot of the lack of communication, pop-ups falling, easy ground balls being kicked, errant throws. I'm just surprised. Maybe because I watch more than I used to. Maybe that's what the issue. Maybe it's always been that way.
Oh, here's the drive coming out this way to center field.
Nope.
It's not caught. Daniel with a nice try. Can't make the catch. But the runners had to wait to see if he did make catch. Run scores. And it's going to be first and third now. That's a good effort by Darrell Daniel. Look at this. Darrell Daniel, two-time All-State football player. 1994 Big 33 MVP. Received a full scholarship to play football at Syracuse University in the NFL from 1999 to 2002.
So in Syracuse, he had to be there with Marvin Harrison. 1994, Marvin Harrison was at Syracuse. He could play a little bit.
Oh, it's going to be a double steal as the ball gets away, and 2 runs are now in for the A's.
You can see so far players are reluctant to slide. I was a little concerned there with the runner stealing second base. It looked like he jammed his leg and was almost called out. Ball was dropped.
Did you see the play where the Oakland A's pitcher was a grounder right back to the mound, and he jogged his way to first base and the guy beat it out?
No.
And the first baseman's there waiting for the throw from the pitcher. Well, the A's are just an embarrassment in general this year. There's a hard ground ball into the hole. A nice slinger cross by the shortstop. For the out, that's Skupik, who made the play. The runner stays at second.
Did you notice the shortstop's arm angle on that?
It looked like a sidearm.
Kind of he slung it, but Trey Turner throws that way too. He slings it. I had a guy, won't mention any names, had a guy at Cabrini who was struggling with his arm angle a little bit, and I dropped him down. I don't like to do that. I dropped him down a little bit, and he became very much more comfortable because he was pinching the joint in his shoulder by coming too far over top.
Yep.
So I had to drop him down a little bit, but he slung it over there with a little bit of velo from shortstop.
I remember I was a big Red Sox fan. Nomar Garcia-Parra, I could have sworn, was a big sidearm. He used to sling it too. And it used to pain me to watch because I'm thinking, isn't that hard on the arm, sidearm?
I think it's less friction. I mean, the best way to throw a baseball or a softball is underhand. I mean, that's why some of the softball, women's softball, I love watching women's softball, the World Series and the like, and they can throw back-to-back games because they're just, throwing the way you're probably supposed to throw with your arm the way it is. But there's a lot of wear and tear on the elbow and the shoulder, and these guys are throwing so much faster than ever.
I didn't see how the softball players hit that ball in college because it's coming in there so fast. I think they should move the mound back.
Spoken by a true hitter.
Floated into right field, and it's going to be the proverbial can of corn and a catch. Hauled in by Eaton. And that will do it. 2 runs score for the A's on, I have 2 hits. 2 hits.
2 hits.
1 left. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. It's 2-0.
Hi, it's Rob with Keystone Window. Inflation got you? Make sure you call those other companies with free windows. When you call, ask if you can get the free ones first, just to make sure it's such a great deal. That'll get them scrambling. We will never inflate prices just to say free. Keystone's Energy Star windows installed for up to $80 off. I will save you thousands. Call Keystone Window today, 267-308-2500. Better windows and honest price.
Need new windows, pick up the phone. Keystone.
At O'Donnell, Weiss & Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
Business law is complex because it's easy to make costly mistakes.
OWM is able to handle any area of law that a business or individual in our community needs.
We are the ones who are uniquely talented and uniquely positioned to do that for your benefit. That's what drives me to come to work every day.
OWM Law.
Your life, your business, your law firm.
Well, we have the heavy-hitting Dodgers coming to the plate, and Bob Marino leading off, a.k.a. Benjamin
Button. And sometimes when you have a nickname, you'd really like to know at like maybe midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning when they're sharing a libation, like how they come up with some of these nicknames. Like, what would your nickname be?
I can't say it.
No,
either.
okay, all right, we can talk about it.
It's not complimentary. There's a pop-up on the infield, and it will drop. Actually, it's a foul ball. As the first baseman was hustling in. You know, it's tough when this early in the morning to get everything loosened up, too.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sitting here, and my hand's cramping just writing.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough when you're 21, and I think these guys are a little over 21.
Yeah, they need a little WD-40, I think, on some of the joints this morning. I applaud them for being here.
Yep.
You know, it keeps them active. They enjoy the game. And some of them, you know, they were pretty good players back in the day. And maybe not just in baseball, but as we saw with Daniel, man, what a resume he has.
Yeah.
I love that.
He looks like he's still in pretty good shape.
I mean, the man's in the NFL from 99 to 2002. All right. We're going to move on from Darryl. Give some kudos to some other gentlemen.
And the pitcher I have is Wilson. I don't have a first name, but Mr. Wilson. There's a foul ball down the left field line. For Bob Marino. Can play any position on the field at any time. That's skied on the infield. Third baseman battling the sun and can't make the catch.
That's a rough sun up there,
Yeah,
and they really need to think about playing angles, but I don't think that they were moving as quickly as they could have been. I think they thought he had that, as you said earlier, can of corn. You know how they came up with can of corn?
No.
All right. Well, you used it. You should know what you're using. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've heard that before.
You're going to insult somebody or something if you don't.
Yeah, you never know. Nowadays, whatever you say could be a slur to somebody. And, hey, do you know that's offensive in a village here in this corner? But yeah. Well, that's a walk. Leadoff walk for Marino. Now we have Skupik. Let's see, let's get some dirt on him. I thought he was at the top of the list. There he is, Ivan Skupik, the Blue Dodger.
He's a true Blue Dodger.
True, man.
How about we do this? How about if you just point to it and I'll read it?
Okay.
Right, because you're really struggling this one.
I am. But I did see Ivan. It's Ivan Skupik. Big swing and a miss there.
So I'm a little confused on that. See, now I need help. So why don't we work as a team here? Parents almost named him Facundo.
Yeah, let's pronounce it like that just to be
Facundo,
safe.
yeah. I'm intrigued by that. Probably like you're intrigued about can of corn that you use.
Yeah.
So back in the old days, you had a country store, and they used to stack the corn. You remember this? I mean, you're old. They stacked the corn.
Yeah.
Well, if you took, I'm insulting you right now, but if you took the can of corn from underneath or low, it would tumble the cans of corn.
Right.
So they took a hook, and they took the top can, and they pulled it off, and then caught it, and that's called a can of corn.
Wow. Man.
You need to hang around me a little bit more.
I had a buddy who was a Yankees fan use that expression. He asked me if I knew what it meant. I said no. And then he explained it. This was years ago.
Did he explain it differently?
He didn't explain what it meant. He just explained it was an easy catch.
Yeah. No, that's the can of corn, bud.
That's floated down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Fair ball to hit for Skupik, so we have a walk and a single, and the Dodgers have something cooking here in the bottom of the first.
When a team has 9 players that are hitting out of 20, I guess it's 9 out of 20, in the top of the league, man, you can't be walking anybody, and they started that inning off with a walk. I mean, we may see some fireworks today. I mean the A's, hit really well the first inning, but the Dodgers, coming back here in this bottom of the first.
Here's our buddy Darrell Daniel. We already read his bio. Pretty impressive. Marino at second and Skupik at first base. A big cut and a miss, but the ball gets away, and both runners will advance.
Free bases. A little off target here, but I look at those towers and I'm thinking, I still draw like pictures in the sand. Mm-hmm. I still draw stick figures and stuff like that. How do you build that stuff? How do you do that?
Yeah, and I remember them going up too. As a kid,
late 70s. I was talking to Gus about that earlier. Late 70s. Or early 70s.
Oh, there's a drive to center field. Back, and it is off the glove of the center fielder, and that's going to score 1 run. And Daniel is into second with, I want to give him a double on that.
You're going to give him a double?
Yeah, it was a tough play.
It's an adult league double?
Yeah. That's a tough play. That's a tough catch when it's over your shoulder, too.
Well, he gets an RBI then.
Yep. And it's 2-1.
That's another thing that people are up in arms with professional baseball. That John Kruk was saying the other day, Tony Gwynn would have hit 400 almost every year the way they're just handing hits out like cotton candy.
And I've heard that because I do listen to MLB, some different telecasts. There have been at least 2 or 3 announcers that I've heard that have mentioned that. From different teams. It's like they don't want to insult the hitter, but yet you think the pitcher would be a little upset with the ERA.
It's gotten out of hand, I think. I mean, I've seen some plays where I'm like, you got to be kidding me. In college baseball, they'd be calling it an error.
Oh, there's a shot down the power alley and left. That falls for a hit.
The bats are alive.
And Brian Cone with a sharp single to left center field. And it is tied at 2.
There are 3 Cone brothers that are playing today.
Bob was the one who came out and helped us, so
Yeah.
he's our liaison with the Dodgers.
And Dave bats after Bob.
Oh, that's right. That's further down the order. Right now, though, we have Harry Oakes.
And Brian is the one who just got the base hit. Because there could be some infighting with the brothers if we give the wrong guy like a base hit.
Oh, look at this one, laced into right center field. As you can see, the grass a little high, maybe a little wet. You don't get a lot of roll. Another run scores on the single by Oakes. And it's 3-2. And there's still nobody out. 5 men have come to the plate. All 5 have reached. 3 of them have scored. This is Noel Sordo, the soul of the Dodgers, they say. See? It says right there, the soul of the Dodgers.
And he has quotes. You see, whatever that means, see ball, hit ball, and no travel to Cuba.
Ball gets away from the catcher. Both runners advance into scoring position. I was considering traveling to Cuba, but I'm not now.
Why?
I don't know. It was just this urge.
Are you
But
that
now I'm not.
adventurous?
Maybe. I don't think we can't. Is Castro still there?
Listen, we're not going to get into that today. It's too political.
That's true.
I don't do political on Sundays.
Wilson running into some trouble in the first inning. We have 1 walk and 4 hits. Make that 5 hits. And that ball has been smoked each time.
Boy, they're not kidding.
No.
They got bees in the bats. You know what that means?
No.
No, I'm not. I can't keep saying this stuff like tailor-made double play or Texas League. You know, I can't say this stuff because you don't know what it is.
I can figure out what the Texas League single is, but that makes it 4-2, Rod. 4-2 as Marino, Skupik, Daniel, and Cone, Brian Cone, have all come up and got on and scored. It's 4-2 bottom of the first, and still, Dodgers have nobody out.
You know, people kid me, whoever people are, people kid me about my color combinations here, right, and everything. But if you see red, that means that guys got on base. I might run out of red ink.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are smoking everything that's thrown in there.
Wild pitch. There's going to be a play at the plate. No, there's not. He's in there.
I don't know.
Oh, no, did they get him?
I think they called him out. Yeah, 1 out.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Ron. One out on the base paths. But the A's will take it. That's the first out. Just runner moves up to second. And we got Youngman as the hitter still. That is Brady Youngman, the skipper. And the bio here says the best player in the league.
That's a good title.
That is.
Wow. Did Brady write this up?
He must have.
Brady Youngman. Brady Youngman. You all right over here? It's yawning a little bit.
I think so. I'm starting to.
You fading?
I'm fading a little bit.
I'll pick you up.
Ooh, it's called strikeout. So Wilson has rebounded with the thrown out at the plate and a strikeout. Strikeout looking, it appeared. This will be Goldschmidt coming up now.
Tommy.
Tommy, the captain. It appears to be a left-handed hitter, Ron.
He is for sure.
Waits on it and skies it out toward left field.
Look at the shift that they have on him. I mean, there's nobody down the left field line.
Now. Was that number 1? That might have been their leadoff hitter. Anyway, that'll do it for the bottom of the first inning, but 4 runs crossed the plates. 4.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Chris, and many of you know us. And we'd like to welcome you to our new showroom here at 618 North Reading Avenue in Boyertown, where we offer Kohler faucets, Moen faucets as well, vanities, tubs, and many accessories.
Here we have an operating, high-efficiency, Energy Star rated American Standard furnace combined with a variable speed AC condenser. Let us install one today to start saving you money throughout the heating and cooling season.
Here at Patriot, we now offer kitchen and bath designs.
So come visit us today at 618 North Reading Avenue or visit our website at www.patriotnp.com.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
Yakalak Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
The A's were fortunate to get out of that inning. They had a lot going on the Dodger side of the ball, and just a couple of gift outs, or this thing could have gotten blown open big time, Frankie.
Yeah, a lot of contact, a lot of hard contact, and the last out was, I thought that was going to be at least a double, maybe a triple.
It's interesting, I just commented on the shift, and they had them shifted perfectly. They had shifted the right fielder over there, center fielder over, left field. It was barren land. There was nobody in left field hardly, and they knew what they were doing. They had the scouting guys out.
The scouting report sometimes can help. We're moving right along, Rod, aren't we?
We are a little bit of a snail's pace.
A little bit.
But at least there's been some action.
There has been.
Guys swinging the bats. Lost command of that curveball.
Yeah. That's his second walk of the game. McGrath on first, and Trishon, the catcher, comes to the plate. This is MSBL baseball. Bucksmans, out of Bucksmans. We appreciate Bob Cohn with the stats, doing nicely in the assessments, the very
the insight.
The insight.
Some a little more insightful than maybe we
Yes.
thought we would get, but hey, we'll go with it. He said it, we're just repeating it.
Yep. Looking at the set now. Still having trouble finding the strike zone. After starting out the game with 3 straight strikes and a strikeout. High and tight there.
I hope these players brought some hydration, because I think the second half of this doubleheader, you're going to see the water raising, the Red Sea splitting. Yep. It's like a biblical thing on Sunday. I don't know what you thought about it.
I did. No, that was good. I won't have to go to Mass now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, you don't realize, and when we did the game in Phoenixville too, how much you rely on the scoreboard. There's a ground ball to short, going to go to the short for second, but that might be a double play. It is a double. Oh, no, they're saying he was off the bag?
No, they banged him.
Oh, they did? That was double play.
Oh, yeah.
All right. A twin killing.
There's
Nice
no
return.
headsets to go to. They can't review it.
No. The old, what was that, a 6-4-3? That's the pitcher's best friend.
1 pitch, 2 outs. We actually had T-shirts made up like that for our college team. 1 pitch, 2 outs to emphasize how important it is.
Oh, there's a shot to the left. Out toward the porta potties. Misses the porta potties. Looks like it's in the parking lot.
You know, when you're in there and a ball bangs up against there, that can shake you up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. The whole experience is unsettling
Yeah,
enough.
it is. Just looking at him, it gets me upset.
The sweeper. Flies a little bit high. This is the pitcher, Wilson, who's batting.
You know, I forgot my glasses. I mean, these are my good Tom Ford glasses, right? If I'm going to spend money on something, I got to spend it on far and near glasses. And I forgot them. So I went out this way, and I found a quicker way to get to my house. I didn't think there was a quicker way to get to my house. And I could get from here to where I live in literally 3 minutes, where it was taking me 8 minutes. And, you know, 5 minutes is a big deal when you're dealing with Gus. I mean, Gus wants you to be problems.
Yeah. So what, you went down to Cotillo's and came in that way is what you're saying, or not?
I didn't even go as far as Cotillo's. From going, what would that be, west? From Limerick. Nope, I made a left quicker than that.
Park Drive?
I don't know. I don't know, but I know that it was quick.
Is Cotillo's open?
No.
No, that's a shame.
No, we knew John and Paul and Mary since the band. But we knew them well, and it was sorry to see that. We spent a lot of time there. We were building our house up this way. Coming from Rofo, Wortersfield, and we spent a lot of time there. I was sorry to see them close up. They had all kinds of unfortunate things happen, whether it was COVID, whether the bridge shut down. It was terrible.
I love that place. I used to love Huckleberries back in the day. Ever go there then? No. I don't believe it was in the basement. It's a fire trap, but it was a nice place.
You gonna walk?
We do. That is the second walk of the inning, Rod. First one erased on the double play. So I hope somebody comes in and buys Cotillo's.
Yeah.
Gets it back up.
It's a good baseball name, Power.
Yeah, he's a left fielder. Good first name?
They may. I'm using my Evelyn Wood skills.
Yes.
You remember Evelyn Wood?
I do. I think I took one of those classes.
I took a couple. And I said Evelyn Wood to somebody the other day, and that was a friend of mine.
So this is Power, but we don't have the first one, Mr. Power. Pickoff play at first base. Nice toss by the catcher. Quick throw. You know, I think as a spectator, nothing infuriates me more as a fan when a player from my team gets picked off at first base. No excuse for it. There's an attempted steal. Safe.
We have the stand-up rule going on today. Nobody's sliding.
Yeah.
Not that I blame them.
Is that because the field is soggy and nobody wants
I think there could be multiple reasons, but I wouldn't be sliding either.
Those days
Way gone. I had too many ripped up knees.
And certainly not a head first.
No, you would stick.
And another base on the third of the inning.
Yeah. It's hard to survive 3 walks in 1 inning.
It is. Phillies had their Wall of Fame ceremonies last night. You can see some of those players. And saw Mike Lieberthal.
Yeah, how about it? You know, personalities have a lot to do with the fans catching on. And that team in '93, fly ball to right field.
Yeah, long run, and it drops. 1 run scores. And it's a single for Benson. Is that what I have, Benson?
Yep.
Benson, the extra hitter. Flops it in down the right field line, scores Wilson, and it's a 4-3 game.
Our statistics show that we're getting to the top of the lineup here.
That's what I had too. Bettinger, leadoff hitter, who struck out the first time up.
We have a beautiful view here. I mean, we can see the whole field and see what's going on. It's just tough to see the numbers. And my bad, partner. We try to, people helping people. I should have brought my binoculars.
I didn't even think of it.
This is an awesome view. I love it. I love it here.
And we have a tent. Gus brought a tent, so we have shade. Crucial. Driven down the left field line. Long run for the left fielder, and it drops foul. Hard to see it. Line here.
Would have tied this baby up. It seemed like the Dodgers were smoking everything.
Yep.
But the A's got back into this because of base on balls.
Yep.
And we're talking 4-3 baseball.
And you have an out in the base paths for the Dodgers too. They hurt. A little aggressive. And a good catch by the right fielder. Where this could have been much. They could still be batting. It's coming out our way. It's an easy play there for Darrell Daniel, who measured that up, put it away for the final out. But the run scores for the A's as they get 3 walks and 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the second. It is 4-3 Sanatoga.
Welcome to the beautiful historic Reading Country Club, now open to the public. Play the same course that Snead, Hogan, and Hagen played. Designed back in 1923 by renowned golf architect Alex Finley, the Reading has 18 championship holes. Now, after your round, just stop on by the Patio Grill for delicious food and a nice ice-cold beverage. Why not book your organization's next outing at the Reading Country Club? Hey, and by the way, check out the weekly exciting leagues. It's memorable now at the Reading. For more information, just check out the website, ReadingCCGolf.com.
This is the year you're going to improve your game. No excuses. And the pros at Blackwood Golf Academy are here to help. With their 23-acre all-grass driving range, full-service pro shop, and computerized swing analysis, Blackwood Golf Academy will get your game up to par. Need lessons? Individual and group instruction with head pro Chris Carr will shave strokes off your game and make you the envy of your next foursome. Blackwood Golf Academy, a country club setting open to the public, adjacent to Blackwood Golf Course in Douglasville.
We move to the bottom of the second inning. And I have this as Bob Cohen. That's going to be a play at first.
That was a tie. Like, I don't know if he was safe or out, but that was a collision. What did they call him?
I
It
didn't
looks
see a
like-
signal.
Looks like an out.
All right.
There were two big men there collided at first base.
Yeah, I did not see he's walking to the dugout, so I'm assuming that means he's out. 1 pitch, 1 out, Rod.
3 unassisted. Ball took a bad hop on the first baseman and caught him in the shoulder. Recovered and raced. Raced might be not the right word to use, but they both collided at first base about the same time. I think that could have went either way.
Well, this is the third of the Cone brothers. This is David Cone, pitched for the Mets, Yankees. No, that's not that Cone. That's out toward the cars, but does not reach them. So Dave Cone, do we have any dirt on him in these the rundown here?
I'm sure we do right there.
You want this? Or
No, I'm not touching it.
Okay. Davy Boy, Lady Killer, smooth as silk.
Now let me repeat that we're only repeating what we're reading.
Right. I cannot say whether he's smooth as silk. I personally don't know that, but somebody is saying that.
Probably one of his bros.
Man, that's a shot down left field. He's making good contact.
Speaking of silk, do you like corn on the cob?
I do.
You know what's weird? I don't like corn off the cob, but I love corn on the cob.
I
What's
do.
up with that?
And I like with butter and salt, but it really doesn't have a lot of nutritional value.
No, it's got a lot of sugar.
Yeah. And there's evidence to suggest that it does not digest very well in one system. Ooh, little chin music, although it came closer to other parts, and Cone is on base. Brings up Marco Desiderio, I think. Is that who you have?
I do have Marco, yes.
Yeah, that was short for Marco Desiderio. You got this one.
Yeah, he's known as the Italian Stallion. He once hit 3 homers in a game and throws a no-hitter in high school.
Oh.
All right.
I think they're being serious.
The only thing is, like, he took this name, the Italian Stallion. That's already taken. There's a statue of a guy in Philadelphia. You got to come up with something different.
Well, we don't know how old he is. Maybe he was the Italian Stallion before Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, but I think Sylvester would trump that.
Well, yeah. Runner goes. And he's got to run all the way back, and it's a foul ball down the right field line.
Were you ever a jogger?
Yeah, I still do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Is that why you stay so svelte?
Yes.
How far do you run?
It depends. I do different lengths, different... Well, when I go to work, I end up jogging about 3/4 of a mile to work and then
Do you really?
back. So I don't have to pay for parking.
Hopefully nobody... Well, you're a little stingy, but hopefully nobody is sitting next to you, like in the booth.
Well, I shower before. I don't sweat too much. And I yeah, I don't like doing it in the heat. I don't like the sweat. But you know, a lot of these places with air conditioning, it's so cold. Wow, that's rope down the left field line.
It's like cryo. It's like you're like a cold cryo bath.
You know, showers are overrated. A little bit of deodorant, you're fine. You're good to go. And in some cases, Lysol. Man, that is some hard contact, Rod. I could see this guy. Maybe he is an Italian Stallion. Look the way he's smacking that ball around. Retrieve the balls, because what do you think they come into this game with as a supply of balls? Does each team bring a bunch?
Man, I don't know. They haven't really lost too many here, and you would think they would with the fence not being so high and some trees down here. I don't know how they do it. It's not like pro ball where every time a ball touches the ground on a pitch, they throw it out.
Yeah.
Which still confuses me because when a guy hits the ball, they don't throw that ball.
No,
out.
no.
So I'm not really sure what happens there, but I'm not sold on it.
That's coming our way. That's toward the gap, and it's going to drop. Good contact again for Desiderio. This time he goes the opposite way for a single, and they have 2 men on with 1 out.
You could see the way that ball was cutting that the center fielder was not going to be able to get to that little bit of an inside-out swing. You know, back in the day, and when I say back in the day, I'm talking the 70s, if you hit the ball the opposite way, you know what they used to say? You're late. You're late on the swing, right?
Yep. It's a sign of weakness.
And now that's all they talk about now is, and I'm in agreement with hitting the ball the other way, don't get me wrong.
Hey, guys. Got to keep up with him, Karen. He moves too well. Sorry, still some old friends there. They knew you, too. That's the Vecchios. Or no, they just knew me. No, you know. Well, everybody knows you, right?
For different reasons. I'm like 51, 49, depending on, what part of town you go to, but it works.
Who we have up here? I thought it was Bixler, but you have Eaton.
Well, I'm not sure, though, because we're going to have to check on that.
All right. Should I text?
Yeah. Yeah, we want to get this right.
Yeah. Oh, we got umpires, too.
Got a hit by batter. It's going to load the bases.
Oh, we got the umpires for Game 1, Mike Ruminelli and Mike Lieberman. Ruminelli is behind home plate, Lieberman on the bases.
I always liked that when I went out and I would introduce myself to the umpires before the game, and if the guy was Mike and the other guy was Mike, I'm like, I got this. I can't screw it up, right? Yeah. Mike and Mike. But when it was Bob and Bob, I'd be walking down and I'd say, I would just keep bobbing along. And that joke really is not very funny, but for me, it kept me going.
That's all that matters. I always find that
sometimes you need to be selfish.
The person who finds my jokes the funniest is me. Oh, that was Eaton. I can tell by the number. That was Eaton. You were right. In fact, I think both my wives didn't find my jokes as funny as I did. How'd that last guy get on that was hit by pitch?
Yes. And what human do you have hitting at this point?
I have Perkasie.
That's who I have.
Okay.
We have 1 out here. Bases loaded. Big turning point here.
That's why they have a mound conference. They have 5 mound conferences left.
This, my friend, is the bottom of the 2nd inning.
It seems later.
It does. We started late. If you gained weight, which I've gained a few pounds, that sitting would be easier because you would have more cushion.
Yeah.
It ain't working.
No.
No.
Well, I think when the chairs are hard, too.
Yeah.
That does not help.
Like right now, I think we need lazy boys. There's a ball 4.
Yeah, I will walk in a run, force in a run. That's the 3rd free pass.
Some cheap RBIs there, but
makes it
yeah, you gotta love it.
5-3. Do we go to the top of the order now?
Well, my stats say yes.
Same here.
For Marino, right?
Yeah.
That's who you got?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see.
If it's number 5, that's Marino. You think you could hear one of the players say, "Come on, Marino," to help us out. But that's a sweeper. That's going to get in there for a strike, Rod.
Like, when did they come up with this sweeper thing? Like it drives me crazy. I don't like it.
No,
like
it's
it doesn't
a
even. It
curveball.
doesn't. I get it. I know what it is.
Oh.
What they're saying it is. I'm just like,
No, I
can't
agree
we
with
be
you.
a little bit? Uh-oh.
That's into the gap. Hits the grass and dies. Looks like 2 runs are going to score. Got a runner going for third. It's going to be a close play.
Ooh.
He is in there.
Strawberry City.
That's going to be a 2-run single. No, I knew you knew what it meant. I meant is the announcers, why don't they just say curveball? That was my point.
Well, I've had guys already say, I say, how many pitches you got? And they're like, I got like 6 pitches. I'm like, 6 pitches? Like, I didn't even, like, come on. 2-seamer, 4-seamer, splitter, cutter, sweeper, change up, circle change versus the total grip change. I'm like, what? But the sweeper drives me crazy. It doesn't sound like a baseball term.
No.
I have to come
It's
up
soccer. It's a soccer term, a sweeper.
Yeah.
I think we may have a new pitcher in here, Rod. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more after this.
Hi, it's Rob with Keystone Window. Inflation got you? Make sure you call those other companies with free windows. When you call, ask if you can get the free ones first, just to make sure it's such a great deal. That'll get them scrambling. We will never inflate prices just to say free. Keystone's Energy Star windows installed for up to $80 off. I will save you thousands. Call Keystone Window today, 267-308-2500. Better windows and honest price.
Need new windows, pick up the phone. Keystone.
Looking for family-friendly, pet-friendly waterproof floors? Carpet One has you covered. With a huge selection of waterproof flooring, including luxury vinyl, laminate, tile, and introducing Oath by Resista, the next generation of waterproof carpets. Soft, lush, and ultra tough. Spill, soil, and bleach resistant. With a 10-year no exclusions warranty. Carpet One Floor and Home, your choice for waterproof flooring.
All right, we have a new pitcher into the game, Rod. I'm trying to get it's number 33. That I can see.
Wow.
Stolen base.
First and third steal on the slurve.
So the Dodgers, Rod, threatening to break this one open.
They sure are. That pitch looked like it fell out of an airplane.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you hit that. Like, it's just coming straight down.
The old blooper pitch.
A little gravity curveball there.
Rod, it seems the challenge today has been throwing strikes.
Yeah, for sure on both teams a little bit, right? I should have brought my masseuse. You know.
Yeah.
Cramping up a little bit.
I could have used one. Wait, is this Daniel up at the plate now? Who do you have? You have Skupik. Okay, Skupik, okay. Who, the first time I've had a single. Strong contact.
Right field line.
Stroke foul down the left field line.
You know, it get messed up here with their batting lineup, but it almost looks like it's Daniel.
It does.
We're doing our best, folks.
That breeze feels nice. That is way up in the air in the center field. That's a tough run. And nice play by Zayas, the center fielder, but the runner on third will tag and score. And it is a 8-3 game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Yeah, that had to be. Are they moving batters around? That had to be Daniel.
You know, just for the fans that are out there, I mean, our fault, but they have E1, they have E2s, you know, and sometimes they skip guys going through the order, and it's just difficult. Next time, part of our paraphernalia has to be bifocals.
Yeah.
Not bifocals, but buy something.
And that is Daniel on first. Oh no, that's Skupik on second.
So that's what I'm saying.
But I don't see Darryl Daniel in the lineup. He would have been batting now. Unless that's not him. Built much differently.
Yep.
Not. Skupik with 2 hits. Doing a little cat and mouse there at second base.
He did look runnerish.
He did.
Most guys just, you know, kind of concrete in there, but he's jumping around a little bit. He's a little frisky.
It has slowed the game down, Rod. There's a strike.
We're going to have to check with Bob just to try to get back on target if we're off a little bit. I don't think we're off much, but
I'm gonna
we might
text
just
him.
be off a tad.
I'm texting him right now.
You know, Bob, who you're texting, he's like the team representative with the umpires. I probably couldn't do that job in my prime. And the team statistician.
And a good dude. Seems like a real good guy.
Yeah, he does seem great. Just loves the game, he says.
I love the notes. It's roped into left field for a base hit. That's going to score a run easily. Good contact there and another hit. And that makes it 9-3. And we see the Dodgers, as advertised, breaking out the whooping sticks at the plate. 4 hits in the inning, 3 free passes. This is a nice place to do laps. Now, what's the protocol? If you say hi to somebody you know on their first lap around, you don't have to do it like the second, third time. Then it just becomes like creepy, doesn't it, or not?
I think it just depends if a person wants attention.
Okay.
Then I think,
okay,
you know.
You're talking about me?
Well, it's like when I worked at Lockheed, you know, walking down the hallway, you say hello to somebody in the morning, and then you see them like mid-morning, you say hello to them again, and then after a while, it's like, what does the hello really mean?
No, it does. I think
But
the
then
second
again,
time.
if you just bury your head in your chest, that's not good either.
No, it's not.
We'll try it again. I have to try it. Is this his second lap or third?
I think this is their third.
Yeah. How do you know these folks?
Their son went to school with my son. Very nice people.
Oh.
I think they'll be done before we are today. Ooh, that one's driven into the gap in right center field. Zayas with a Willie Mays basket
A
catch.
little bit of basket.
Nice.
I'm sure our producer has that. Probably run that back a couple times.
He made a couple nice plays in that inning. And that will do it for the bottom of the second. What do we got here? I have 5 runs scored in that inning. It is now 9-3 in favor of Sanatoga.
At O'Donnell, Weiss, and Matei, our team approach makes all the difference.
Anyone entering a nursing home really should consult with an elder law attorney to see whether Medicaid is the appropriate option for them. But it's really important to make sure that you have someone that's familiar with those rules, that works with those rules on a daily basis, that can guide you through the process. I specialize in elder law because I enjoy the clients that I work with, and I really like helping them find solutions for their problems.
OWM Law.
Your life, your business, your law firm.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
And we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Who do you have leading off here?
I have Zayas leading off.
Okay, me too.
All right.
Because Bettinger flied out to end the last inning. So we have Zayas, the center fielder, made a couple of nice plays in the last half inning. Once again, I apologize if we've missed a couple of the names here.
You know, the tent that we're sitting under here is awesome, and I can't even imagine not having a tent right now.
No.
The moisture would be coming up through your feet, to your ankles,
Yep.
every other body part that you have that's
Yep.
attached or not.
Yep.
I think they're all attached. But
Yeah, sometimes. No, you're right. I thank you, Gus, for bringing this tent again. Here comes the plane. Once again, this is Eric Walski, who now has a 6-run lead. Rod just showed me a picture. When was that? Was that last week?
That was 35 years ago. My wife still looks the same.
You married up?
Oh, yeah, big time.
That's going to bring some rain there. That's caught by the second baseman for the first out of the inning. Looks like that was the Italian stallion that caught it, Marco Desiderio.
Looks like the marksman's up now, right?
Yes.
You know, the story's told that my wife was not really fond of me in high school. You know, I was a sports guy. I liked baseball, basketball, football, and she was in a band, and Springford always had a great band. Always had a great band.
Yeah.
They were really good. But it just wasn't part of my clique.
Right.
But I really liked this young lady, and it didn't go well. Like, it just wasn't going well. I was trying everything. Some things were right to try, some things were probably wrong to try. But I was trying everything. And so finally, one day, in a really difficult class, driver's ed, I was sitting there behind her, and I wrote this letter, and she, at this point, there was total disdain.
Are we talking PFA type yet or not? No, not
No,
that,
no,
not there.
no.
Okay.
Just total disdain.
Okay.
And I dropped this note over her shoulder and said, "You may not like me right now, but I'm going to marry you." She still has the note. She ran out of the classroom. She was crying, told her mom she doesn't dislike anybody more than Rod Johnson. And, and I ended up marrying her.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that?
And what grade was this?
That was 10th grade when I dropped the note. We got a little long, but I needed to build up.
No,
to
I
it.
like it. She has since grown to like you, or maybe still a little bit of disdain there?
I think somewhere along the line, love kicked in.
Okay.
Yeah. At least for one child.
Yeah, as far as you know.
Yeah, no, it's been good. It's like 40. I remember anniversaries by numbers of pro athletes. That's how I remember anniversaries, or I get lost. So we just celebrated last January the Hank Aaron.
44.
44. Who's 45? Tug? Was Tug 45? Tug McGraw?
Tug McGraw was 45. Very good.
I may have to go with Tugger.
I don't know who would be 46.
Oh, that could be a tough one. I don't want to skip any numbers, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm the other way around. My numbers are Notre Dame football players that I...
Like number one?
Number one?
Jeez, man.
Number one, no, not for all of them. Like number 2 would be Tommy Clements. Number 3 would be Joe Montana. Ground ball in the hole. Go to second for the Forest. Is it time for a double play? It's a double play. Wow, that's the second one, I think. Is that the second one they've thrown?
Rolled it over. Yes, it is.
Yeah, we move to the bottom of the third. No run scored. That inning is 9-3 Sanatoga.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
So, car stories on PCTV. I've been doing it for many years. It's a good advertising tool for the business. Plus, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing the shop and the different things that you should know about your car with people. If you need a place to highlight your business, call Gus at PCTV and check it out. It's a good way to inform people about your business. You'll get new customers from it, and you can share your knowledge of your particular trade.
Al Ganoza, Rod Johnson, Gus Tellis, the PCTV Network doing a little adult league baseball from Sanatoga. We have Noel Sordo, I think, leading off here. Yes, number 33, Noel Sordo.
Nice. How do I get better billing? It's like Al Ganoza, Rod Johnson, and Gus Tellis. Actually, Gus should be number 1.
They should.
And then, quite honestly, you and I should maybe be 1A, 1B.
Yeah, I'll do you
Give
first next. How about
okay,
that?
good.
You
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, I feel better about that. I kind of like when that sun goes in.
Yeah. You know, and every once in a while you get a nice little breeze
Yeah.
up here. I think it's, I just felt it.
I'm breathing heavy. That might have been it.
Good. Big cut and a miss there. Was that the infamous sweeper that we hear so much of now?
I don't know. I don't. Please don't say it again. This telecast, please.
That's one of your pet peeves, isn't
It really is. I hear him all the time talking about it. You know, when I listen to the Phillies game, and I'm not here to criticize Tom or John. But
why not?
Well, I'm just, I mean, if that's where you want to go with it, you take it. But I just don't like it. Ooh.
That's roped in the left center field. That's going to drop for a hit. Sordo with another base hit. So what I think what it was, they used to say there's a sweeping curve, so they kind of shortened it.
Maybe. I don't know how it started. I don't know when it started. Was it this year? Did I hear it last? I didn't watch the Phillies as much last year, but I'm kind of a bandwagon Phillies guy. I like the personalities of the team.
Uh-huh.
I really like. I like some people that some may not appreciate as much, but I like their personalities. I like some of their hard work. I'm attached to Stott and to Bohm right now. I think that those guys are doing a great job.
Who do you like that you think people might not like?
Probably, like, people get up in arms with Realmuto, but I'm like, catching 130, 140 games, that's tough. And he's a good defender, but I like him. Yeah, I'm liking him. Obviously people were down on Trey Turner. They were down on him so much they gave him a standing ovation, and now it gave him some pep. And it just goes to show maybe what a little positivity, means
Yep.
to someone. I was against Castellanos last year because it's really weird. Like, I watch a lot of swings, and Castellanos' swing isn't something that I would think you should teach. It's long, but he's had a pretty good year. He went into a little bit of a slump, but he's still hitting like 280.
The Phillies are not much. In fact, they might even be on a better pace than they were. There's a ground ball to short. That could be a double play. There's one. A little hard in the transfer. Nope. So they'll take the out at first as Youngman gets on the fielder's choice. Oh, second out. No, wait.
They took the out at second.
So that's not a fielder's choice, then?
It is.
Okay. What? Did I miss something? All right, so we have one out in this inning. Right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. This is Goldschmidt up.
So I have.
Okay.
Flied out down the right field line with that catch that we applauded.
Oh, yes. Let's see what we got on. Do we have anything on Goldschmidt? We do. Attempted steal.
Ooh.
He's out. They nailed him.
There's that head first slide you were talking about.
Yeah, that's a gamer right there.
You know what the problem with the head first slide is that I have seen, and actually happened to me, but it's not all about me. It's 45, 50 years ago. But the head first slide pops your shoulder sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just kind of hyperextends the shoulder, and there's a lot of shoulder injuries with that, let alone fingers.
I don't see why guys do it.
Yeah, I did it all the time because I thought it was quicker, but I got to tell you, I got hurt doing it. And I see other guys getting hurt doing it, so it wasn't just my clumsiness.
I always assumed that Pete Rose was the father of the head first slide, but I have seen old highlights of Dick Allen as a Philly doing the head first. Yes. So that had to be at least 1969 or earlier when he was originally with the Phillies.
We were down at Connie-Mack Stadium, and my dad got interviewed. We had really great seats right behind the dugout, and it was when they were building, which was known as the Vet.
Yep.
And they asked my dad, "What do you think the field ought to be named?" And Dad said, "Ashburn Field." He liked Richie Ashburn.
I love Richie Ashburn. It was what Gus was saying. We just didn't realize how good we had it with those guys.
Yeah, they were good. They were definitely a combination that was made right.
Yep. Richie Ashburn you just felt like you were watching a game with a buddy. Ground ball to first base. Going to be a unassisted play there, and Rod, it was a little convoluted, but 3 up, 3 down with the caught stealing. So we moved to the top of the fourth. It is 9-3.
At O'Donnell, Weiss, and Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
At OWM, the criminal litigators that we have here are all very experienced courtroom attorneys.
You want to have a lawyer who's experienced, who's been in the courtroom, who's argued in front of a jury, who's faced judges, to be able to help you and represent you and make sure your rights are secure.
That's experience that you can't just get at other firms. You need to get it here at OWM.
OWM Law.
Your life,
your business, your law firm.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Chris, and many of you know us. And we'd like to welcome you to our new showroom here at 618 North Reading Avenue in Boyertown, where we offer Kohler faucets, Moen faucets as well, vanities, tubs, and many accessories.
Here we have an operating, high-efficiency, Energy Star rated American Standard furnace combined with a variable speed AC condenser. Let us install one today to start saving you money throughout the heating and cooling season.
Here at Patriot, we now offer kitchen and bath designs.
So come visit us today at 618 North Reading Avenue or visit our website at www.patriotnp.com.
Rod, we sail along to the top of the fourth inning.
You ought to check your sail. Got a couple holes in it.
We row to the top of the fourth inning. This is, I have Chiliberti leading off. You have?
Yes, I do.
Right after the grinding pace of the first 2 innings, the third, we had 3 up, 3 down in both innings. Am I right?
Well, with the help of the fielder's choice and
a double play
and the throw out of the steal, yeah, we in the double play and moving along, buddy.
Looks like Walski has settled down. He's still the pitcher. It's in the air to center field. It might fall in. It does fall in. Kind of in no man's land there. And the single, he's going to go for 2 because nope. Pitcher hustles over to cover second base. And a leadoff single for Perkasie. They trail 9-3.
Kind of jinxing the whole situation.
I did. And we take a look at this lawn, and I say this looks like something that Carl from Steve's North End Mower would be good with.
He could edge this out nicely.
Yeah.
He may have to cut it twice. He may have to cut it a little high, and then come back in a few days and trim it down because it's gotten pretty high.
Especially with that rain we had last night. Yeah, Carl, we appreciate he watches the PCTV network religiously. If he listens to a whole telecast of you and I, that's a trooper.
Yeah, I'm having trouble listening to myself as it is. But I'm getting there. I'm trying to think how many times I've had the opportunity that Gus has given me over the years. I think my first game that I ever did was in 2003 or 4 when Boyertown went to the World Series. I think it was 2004. And that was the first game I ever did.
Baseball.
Yeah, and Legion then was like, woof. Like that place was jammed. Of course, it was to go to World Series, too.
Well, we talked about that at Phoenixville. So Legion isn't quite what it used to be?
Well, I'm certainly not here to downgrade them, but at the same time, there's just so many other opportunities.
One drive into left field. It's going to get down for a hit.
There's just so many more opportunities to go different places, kind of pay to play a little bit, and get individual tutoring that some wish to have. I think the biggest thing that I see, and I've mentioned this a few times over the decades, is that sometimes, like the summer ball, when it's not a community thing or when you can come and go when you want and so on and so forth, sometimes the teaching isn't that good. And when I was at Villanova, guys' leads or going first to third, or the fact that catchers very rarely ever run in high school because of speed up rules and things like that, it just seemed like the IQ wasn't as strong. That's my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I would love to debate that with anybody because I've been coaching for 40 years. Oops.
Oh, that drops. That got up. It might have been battling the sun. But everybody's safe all around. That I'm going to give an E7. You think or not?
If he lost it in the sun, which he's pointing to the sun, but I'd be pointing to the sun too.
Yeah. And I think he's got a point.
But he never touched it.
So we'll give him a single?
Yeah, you got to give him a...
all right.
Well, you got to.
I'll give him a single.
Yeah, he went to second on the throw, so... Or no, he's on first.
No,
Bases
no.
loaded.
Bases loaded, nobody out.
My bad.
So what is the alternative nowadays for kids? Is it travel? Is it AAU?
Yeah, travel ball. And I'm not saying that that's not good options for some guys. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that has drawn guys away from what used to be a huge community thing. Matter of fact, in 2003, it was my last year, I coached at Paoli. We went to the National Regionals up in Newburgh, New York, and there was some really good baseball, American Legion, in and around the area. There were 534 teams, okay? I don't want people to text me here right now, but I think they're down to in that 200 range or the high 100 range in Pennsylvania.
For Legion?
Yeah, in 2003 it was over 500. So combined teams and They added 19-year-olds back in the early 2000s because I think they saw some things slipping away a little bit.
Ground ball to third. Go to second one. On to first. That's too late. Run scores.
Good pick.
Yeah, that could have been worse. So that was Trishon?
Yes.
So there's a fielder's choice. Got the run score.
RBI.
And it's 9-4. What are some of the? I'm trying to think of some of the local teams that might be, that American Legion that don't exist anymore. Anybody stand out?
Well, Norchester didn't have a team this year, and Norchester used to be.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Norchester used to be awesome.
The Bulldogs, formerly the Judges, right?
Yeah. Phoenixville had dropped out of Legion for a few years, but they had a team this year. There was a couple teams like Conestoga and Paoli. I believe they merged. But the Legion Chester County League this year, I think, only had 6 teams, and when I coached, they had 13. They had 13 teams. Huh. They have 6 now.
So where do these guys go? It's the travel teams, and what name do they play under? Usually in what league?
Well, it's various travel.
Into center field, hanging up in the air, and a nice running catch there.
Yeah.
That's David Cohn for the second out. And a nice play to get it into the runner from third to not score. It was Wilson, the pitcher, I think, was batting. Brings up power. What about Senior Babe Ruth? Is that still or not?
They still have some Senior Babe Ruth, yeah. And I mean, that came into play a little stronger back in the late 90s and early 2000s. And that was some competition also.
Which would have been for the same age level as Legion.
Yeah. I used to call players that would come out to our blue chip camps, and they're guys that we invited or wanted to sign up at Villanova to go through a blue chip camp. I used to call them sometimes blue chippers. And what I meant by that was, if you have them throw from the outfield, 3 to third, 3 to home, you have them go to deep short, and you throw 6 from deep short. You're a catcher, and you do pop time from catcher to second base, and you let the guy swing 15 times. You can look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to the IQ of the game, once you're in the game, that takes a little bit more from a baseball intelligence standpoint than just doing the fundamental of a blue chip camp. Cabrini's last year is this coming year. When I get out, I'd like to jump around and work with some different organizations on defense. I pride myself in coaching defense, whether it was at Legion Ball, Spring City, Paoli, whether it was at Villanova or now at Cabrini. I've been doing it for 45 years.
When the Cabrini news came, I thought, were you surprised? Were you?
The answer of surprised is no. I wasn't surprised. Was I shocked at how it all happened? Yes.
Okay.
I thought the rumors out there, well, there were a lot of rumors, but the rumors were maybe, Cabrini merging with Eastern. And I thought, well, that'd be cool, maybe still be able to coach.
Chop to the pitcher, and that will do it for the inning. Hold that thought, Rod, because I want to hear more. We go now to the bottom of the fourth. It is, a run scores there in the inning, so I have 9-4?
Yes.
Okay, 9-4.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
Okay, Rod, we move to the bottom of the fourth inning here, and this is, I have Bob Cohn.
Well,
I think that hit
as
a car.
long as it's a cone, we're okay.
Right. We
You
have
know?
a
Just say last
33%
name,
chance of being right.
You know what? A number of years ago, you remember when Tom McCarthy was saying all their first names, calling everybody like their buddy the first names? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I'm like, why is he doing that? Nobody does that.
No.
I didn't even like it.
No, it just... and I
Again,
think
that was his style, but I'm just saying, I didn't appreciate it.
that was the only guy who did it, which you know it's not good if nobody mimics you. Boy, that was a quick out. Cohn right back to the pitcher. Tommy McCarthy, not a favorite of our producers either.
Well, listen, I personally am not knocking Tom McCarthy. I'm just saying there's certain things like, I didn't know why he was calling guys by their first name. Like the common fan who's not, like a common fan, who's not a Phillies fan. How does he even know, unless you read the back of the uniform, how do you know who he's talking about?
It just doesn't sound good. It sounds like you're trying to suck up, too.
Yeah, I'm going to start just calling you Ganoza.
There you go. This 33 hasn't done a bad job.
No.
So, we were talking earlier about the Cabrini situation,
Mm-hmm.
and for people who don't know, Cabrini is going to be bought by Villanova and will cease to exist.
It will after this year. This is the last year for education, known as Cabrini, and then also from a sport perspective. And, the shame is, from an athletic perspective, there's been some really good out. We had some really good talent. So it was really a shame for the student athlete. And for the student, the students, I don't want to leave the students out, not just the student athlete, but they got to find another home. And leaving a university after a year, 2, 3, to go somewhere else, that presents additional challenges and frustration for some. So it wasn't a surprise. It was just a shock when it happened, how we found out. And we found out through like a Twitter account. So,
it's a walk. That's Dave Cohn.
So there are universities like St. Joe's, Immaculata, Gwynedd Mercy, Rosemont, Holy Family, and there's probably a couple more that are accepting the students and trying to do them right by keeping scholarships if they had it. Well, there's no scholarships in Division III. It's just financial aid. There are no scholarships, but trying to do the same for them. We'll see how that all works out.
Stolen base there for David Cohn.
We're going to have a team, and I think we're going to be pretty good. I think that there's going to be a nucleus of people that come back that are like, this is the last hurrah type of thing.
But you have the younger guys probably had to worry about their future.
The younger guy, the guys, we didn't get any freshman recruits in. They all decided to go somewhere else, and I understand that. And some of the freshmen of this year and then sophomores, they're looking to go somewhere else if they haven't already. We're keeping the seniors and fifth-year guys, so I think we could be okay. Like anything else, even when we won 30 games, you always want to have better pitching, and I think some of our pitchers, got sucked up by some of the colleges, universities, through the transfer portal.
That transfer portal, I think, is one of the worst things to happen to college sports. That and NIL.
Transfer portal is that
A little fly on the infield caught by the shortstop for the second out of the inning. 2 down.
The problem I see with the transfer.
And that was,
portal-
I'm sorry, that was Marco Desiderio.
Yep, yep. We have Eaton now, correct?
Yeah.
The problem that I see from my visual standpoint is that people think like it's a badge of honor to be in the portal. Some people do. Hey, I'm in the portal. It's like, okay, you're in the portal. There's like thousands of people in the portal, right? But it's like if your buddy goes into the portal, then some of these other guys, they follow and go in the portal. So, you know, sometimes that can be tough when you go into the portal. That shows you want to transfer, and then you come back because nobody picked you up.
Yeah.
But in the case of Gabrini, not so much because everybody understands that some people want to ground ball. Nice play.
That was a play.
On the
Nice
run.
throw. Whoa!
Oh.
But a tough scoop, and a run scores. You know, that was not going to fault him for that.
But we got to give him an E5. We have to give him an E5.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because he would have had him.
That's true.
He
That
made
is
a
true.
nice pick, but you got to complete the play.
That is true. And he doesn't live in the area, so. But then we don't give the guy a hit.
No.
But a run scores.
You're kind of gratuitous in your.
Yeah, see, I'm one of those bleeding hearts. What is it, 10-4 now?
You're one of those guys who hit 295, and like if they would have given me a hit, I would have hit 300.
I hit more like 195.
Well, then you would have hit 200.
The
You would
Mendoza
have
line.
been above the Mendoza line.
This is Perkasie.
Tell us about Mendoza. Who was he?
Oh, so do you know why they call it the Mendoza
No,
line?
You started it. Go ahead.
Okay. Mario Mendoza was an infielder for the Pirates and always seemed to hit right about 200, give or take a few points. So it's poor Mendoza got labeled.
It's not a compliment.
No, it's not. It's not a good way to live in infamy. Oh, by the way, they're sending out. I think this is a player coming out to talk with us, Gus. Good. Maybe you can help us with some of these names.
So you were very articulate with that.
Thank you.
But let me just read because I become a Google guy, right?
Ground ball in the infield. Tough hop for the third baseman. Picks it up. Not in time. I'm going to give an E5 there.
I have to.
Okay.
So the Mendoza line is on Google. Oh, all right.
You're
right
That's
before
okay.
right before you're.
What's that?
You're the quietest guy in the team. What's your last name?
Ah,
that's
okay.
not the information we have here, Bix.
No, good. Then I didn't pop out. Oh, that's cool.
Wait, no. Where are you at?
I didn't pop out. I was just
Here he
number
is.
one.
The ninth wonder of the world. Once went 7 for 5. He is the Carnival Circus guy.
Okay.
Is it?
Okay. I kind of find myself to be witty, and a lot of other things. But that's,
Well, here's the mic, so let's hear your wit.
Yeah, actually, do you mind standing in between us? That way the
that's
mics will
better.
pick you up.
That's better.
Do you mind standing? I hate to.
No, not at all.
Okay, so what's your name?
Steve.
Steve?
Steve.
Steve
yeah,
Bixler.
You got it.
Bixler?
You got it.
Where are you from?
From actually born and raised New Cumberland, Harrisburg area.
Yep.
And then started and eventually moved over to Sanatoga, Pottstown. And then joined the Pottstown Pirates, which a lot of us, at least 5 or 6 of us, belong to.
All right.
And then eventually Downingtown Dodgers, now Sanatoga Dodgers.
So the Pottstown Pirates, are they no longer in existence?
They are not.
Okay.
And then after Pottstown Pirates, it was who?
Downingtown Dodgers.
And where did you play that home game?
Well, when we could in Downingtown, when it wasn't flooding over there.
Oh, okay.
Chester County, yeah.
Well, we had a pretty good.
River, rose quite a bit.
We had a pretty good storm last night. I think some of your guys maybe thought this game was going to be rained out. Probably not as much your guys. Your guys were here, but the opposition,
Yeah.
they kind of trickled in.
Yeah, well.
But we had a heck of a storm.
That's why double headers, and that's why we're catching up on games at the end. All the rainouts we had.
I wanted to ask, I don't know if you, who is at second base for you guys? Is that Perkasie?
Kevin is, yes, 32 is Kevin Perkasie, exactly.
Oh,
and if
there's
I don't
a-
pronounce his last name right, that's nothing unusual.
And then who's it?
and Bobby Cohn, so we got the Cohn brothers. Bob, 26, and I don't know the numbers, but we got Dave Cohn, and then Brian Cohn.
Okay, because our order's a little messed up here then.
Bob Cohn, Dave Cohn. So no, Bob and Dave, that's right.
Yeah.
24 Dave, yeah, so he comes in after.
What happened to
after
Daryl? Daryl played a little bit and then he's out?
Daryl Daniel.
Daryl Daniel?
Is that? Daryl may be up right now. I can't see. Let me see. No,
That's not.
That's
I feel
it's
much.
Ivan. I think that's Ivan.
I feel much better that you're squinting and wondering who some
Well,
of your own
that's partly
teammates
age,
are.
if you want me to go there, yeah. The squinting part. But
Now, and this is these are just the first two batters of the inning so far, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I think you got that right.
And who's batting now? You said.
Let me see.
Can you see
I
that?
think that's Ivan. That should be Ivan up there. He's usually our go-to pitcher.
Ivan Skupik.
Yes, he was the guy that was laying the pipe last year.
Okay.
Champion Ivan. He was the laying the pipe trophy guy last year.
Is Marino still in the game, or was he out?
No, Bobby's in. He's been catching for us.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's either Kevin P., who's probably going to go in the right field now. He's at second base.
Bob Cohn's probably. Can you go out and help those guys?
Yeah.
Right.
So how many years have the Sanatoga Dodgers been here?
Sanatoga Dodgers have to been from Downingtown, if you combine both, probably 6 years, maybe
right.
5, 6 years. The Pirates, I was on for at least 7.
I was gonna say, you guys got some nice uniforms too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, home jerseys. If we can keep them white, if we can't, then that just means we've been playing tough.
I noticed early on nobody really wanted to slide. There were a lot of guys just doing stand-up
No,
stuff.
it's something I like to say when my own older son will mention you're playing in the church beer league softball league, Dad, and it's like, no, we slide head first in bases, son. Come on. But yeah, I mean it's.
Is that an oxymoron? A church beer league? I just wonder.
The beer in the church league, yeah, it goes hand in hand. It depends on the
You
church.
have to.
We've
Yeah.
had some churches
Okay.
that had the combo.
So you guys are smacking the ball around this year. You got some
Yeah.
good offense.
We got some strong bats in the lineup this year, no question. Good doubles hitters.
Well, that's going to be a run.
Yeah. That was Ivan. And Kevin just scored.
Kevin Perkasie.
Perkasie, exactly.
Did Eaton score earlier? I think this.
I believe he did. He definitely scored innings earlier. You just keep, closing in and marking in those diamonds, guys. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I have how many? I have 3 runs this inning.
Yes, I have 3 runs listed.
Wow. And then if we 10-run roll,
See, that's what I'm thinking.
then when
1,
you're
2,
out
3,
early, and then
4,
we can go
5,
have some
6,
beers
7,
together,
8,
in
9.
the real baseball league and beard league. Am I out, guys? I could stay here all day. But
No, finish the half inning.
Yeah.
well, I don't know.
We need some
They
dirt,
know
though.
I-
I mean, we need some. What do you do for a living?
I'm a sales guy.
Shocking.
Yeah, uh-huh.
What do you sell?
Well, I
What
got all
should we
kind of
ask?
warehouse equipment. We do shelving, lockers, workbenches,
Nice.
anything for the warehouse.
Hey, that is the inning.
Yeah,
That is.
things happen with Bix here.
Well, I'm glad to be hanging out with you.
Well,
Carnival
thanks.
dude on the Sanatoga Dodgers
Yeah.
is gonna head out now. But
All right.
Steve,
great
thank
hanging
you
with
so
you.
much. Thanks
My
for coming
pleasure.
out,
Thanks,
man.
man.
My pleasure, like the Chick-fil-A people would say.
Looking for family-friendly, pet-friendly, waterproof floors? Carpet One has you covered. With a huge selection of waterproof flooring, including luxury vinyl, laminate, tile, and introducing Oath by Resista, the next generation of waterproof carpets. Soft, lush, and ultra tough. Spill, soil, and bleach resistant. With a 10-year no exclusions warranty. Carpet One Floor and Home, your choice for waterproof flooring.
Hi, it's Rob with Keystone Window. Inflation got you? Make sure you call those other companies with free windows. When you call, ask if you can get the free ones first, just to make sure it's such a great deal. That'll get them scrambling. We will never inflate prices just to say free. Keystone's Energy Star windows installed for up to $80 off. I will save you thousands. Call Keystone Window today, 267-308-2500. Better windows and honest price.
Need new windows, pick up the phone. Keystone.
Yakalak Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
Hey, football season's coming up, and just want to tout the program. We had the Pac-12 football preview show, and I can't say it enough, Rod, how much I enjoyed meeting the football player, but I love meeting the young athletes. Yeah. It's the best part, just seeing the faces and the people behind. I just love seeing young athletes out there compete too.
And I love when they're articulate. And it's the parents, the school teachers, the coaches. They put a lot of work into trying to help the athlete, and they get into interviews. That was pop up to the catcher. Ooh, basket. Catch. But I some of the guys that you interviewed, they were impressive. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
They carried you.
They really did.
You did a great job.
But and just the attitude too. It really seems like they enjoyed it. It's when I worked in Allentown. Sometimes I would do the big ticket and be up there on the sidelines for some of the games. Just seeing the emotions and being that close to the action too is great.
Neat.
You get to coach young athletes. I know when I worked at Ursinus, and just being around the young people, being able to be part of their lives is a blessing. Slow grounder in the infield. Nice sling by the shortstop in time. 2 quick outs. Is that still Walski in there pitching?
He's a starter. He's a warrior today.
He is. So that was that Bettinger we had up there?
Well, coaching for as long as I've coached, you can definitely keep up with the lingo. I mentioned the other day, I talked about somebody having about as much knowledge as putting in a thimble, and one of my guys goes, thimble? What's a thimble? And I bring up other words and like, never heard of that, coach. And I'm like, well, I catch on to your lingo a lot easier than you catch on to mine, because sometimes they just walk away shaking their head. They don't know what I mean. But I enjoy working with the young guys.
That's going to drop in center field for a base hit. Look like we have Darrell Daniel back in.
Yeah.
Playing center field. Took a little break, came back.
I mentioned his name. I wonder where he's at. I wonder if the Bicks went in there and said, you got to get your butt out in the center field. They're wanting to see you.
He still looks like he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
So getting back to where if I'm a young baseball player, or if I have a young baseball player and there's a base hit in the hole, it's 2 straight hits after 2 straight outs. If I'm a parent, nowadays where am I going to get my kid started? And is there a choice? Like back in the old days, there was no choice. You went for the little league, and then when you got to high school, you started playing high school, and well, Babe Ruth too. Not as clear of a path nowadays.
Well, I've been credited, sometimes discredited because of my candor.
Okay.
So I want to be politically correct here, I really do. The concern that I have sometimes for the young athlete is if he has too many folks that he jumps to, and all of a sudden somebody wants, a hitter wants the back elbow up, or wants it down a little bit, or wants the bottom finger closer to the pitcher than maybe the top thumb, and then all of a sudden, it really confuses some of the players. And so that's that's a concern. Same with pitchers. Like some people like the long stride, and others want a little shorter stride so a guy can get on top with his breaking ball. So I just would hope that people would stick with one person, or at least do their homework and really understand who they're taking their child to.
Yep.
Because there's some really good teachers out there. There really are.
Skied out, caught by Darrell Daniel for the final out. We go to the bottom of the fifth, and as far as I know, Rod, it's 12-4 in favor of Sanatoga.
Butter Valley Golf Course, conveniently located in the quiet rural setting of Valley, PA, just off Route 100. One of the nicest, most affordable 18-hole course in the region. With changing elevations, challenging greens, and scenic fairways, golfers of all ability levels are sure to enjoy their round. Butter Valley Golf Course is a great place to enjoy the game of golf with friends or family, young and old alike. Grab some buddies and grab a meal at the Runway Grill before or after your round. Butter Valley Golf Course.
At O'Donnell, Weiss & Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
Anyone entering a nursing home really should consult with an elder law attorney to see whether Medicaid is the appropriate option for them. But it's really important to make sure that you have someone that's familiar with those rules, that works with those rules on a daily basis, that can guide you through the process. I specialize in elder law because I enjoy the clients that I work with, and I really like helping them find solutions for their problems.
OWM Law.
Your life, your business, your law firm.
So once again, Sanatoga remains unbeaten, and they're unbeatable on this home field here, 12-4, and true to form, they were smacking the ball around.
Yeah, early on they really toasted the ball, but then we got into the walkathon.
Yeah,
and that always slows some things up. But I understand why they're 20-0 on this field. They do have guys that can really swing the bat, so it was fun to watch. Hopefully they had a good time, but guess what? They got a second one they got to play. Yeah. And I need a water libation quickly.
And I'm assuming they will move into the playoffs. It might be a different thing for Perkasie, but yeah, so it should be playoff time for Sanatoga.
Yeah, playoffs time's always fun, no matter what the situation is. I give these guys a lot of credit coming out here. You could tell early in the morning they're a little stiff. But they loosened up, and it was a fun time. Good time working with you, as always, and our producer, Gus Tellis.
All right, Rod. For Rod Johnson, Gus Tellis up there. I did ride first this time. I'm Al Ganosa. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to Theo's Jarros.
Hi, I'm Martha, and this is my brother Donnie. Our parents, Theo and Maria, started this business here at Quakertown Farmers Market 34 years ago. When they immigrated from Greece in 1979, they opened their first location on Broad Street in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
We've also been doing Music Fest and Celtic over the years.
Over the years, we've developed a great customer following and are known for having the best gyros. We use the freshest ingredients and make our own tzatziki sauce daily. Pair our gyro sandwich with fresh cut fries. Let's make them break and add feta cheese. Finish it off with a piece of baklava.
Hi folks, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. How can I help you today?
I get a gyro, no onions.
Of course. Anything to drink for today?
I'll have a Perkasie.
Yes, sir. We only have one size. Is that okay?
Yep.
Great. Any fries or pierogies for today?
Side fries.
Yes, sir. I'm Theo, and I help out my aunt and uncle at Theo's Gyros. My grandfather and my grandmother started this restaurant 30 plus years ago, and we're still going strong. Thank you for coming in.
I'd like to say, in my best Brooklyn accent, Theo's is the best. We've been coming here for 20 plus years, 35 miles from Clinton, New Jersey. We've been to Athens, my wife and I, and we asked for a gyro, and we concluded that Theo's was better. and we've told them. Theirs is the best. The service here is wonderful. Theo, little Theo, who's about 6 foot, Maria, Joy, Martha, and Don. You couldn't ask for better people. You leave here with a smile.
If you want the best gyros, come visit us in the Koreatown Farmers Market. Thank you so much, guys.
Kaliorexi.